I'm really happy here. But I had to do some reflection about Hey y'all, salam, peace. I am the Nomad Nana. Welcome to my channel. Hey, salam. What's up? Peace, y'all. Thank you so much for hanging in there with me with my new channel. I'm the Nomad Anna. And I actually live in a village where this river runs, and they have an outward bound, and they do competition with the kids and picnics and, all that kind of stuff. So there you go, living in paradise. And I'm really happy here. But I had to do some reflection about happiness. So let me share some of it with you. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal, endowed with Creator, with certain inalienable rights, among them life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. I don't think you can achieve happiness by pursuing it. It's not an object. So you can't kind of, like make it your objective. My objective is to be happy. Now, it doesn't mean that I would think that happiness is real. I do. I think it's very real. Even though I'm a person who has been diagnosed with seasonal affective disorder or SAD. SAD is kind of a type 2 bipolar disorder, emotional affectiveness. But SAD tends to dip below the lines of sort of even. In my case, I practice meditation in order to sit with things, with equanimity, because once upon a time, I was taking up to 3 different medications to manage the depression. Now, the medication does not make you happy. That was one thing that I definitely learned. But the other thing is that I always felt like with the medication, I never really knew my actual state. What I knew was that I didn't effectively dip so low as to become the way that depression can make you dysfunctional, where you don't want to get out of bed, you don't want to do anything. You have suicidal thoughts. I had suicidal thoughts most of my life. I decided to make an intention when I made Hajj to just try a different way of thinking. It's like, okay, sometimes I feel like I don't want to be here, but when I dwell on it, that's when I think it gets to be too much. So I have had the full, uh, spectrum of, what it means to be depressed when actually nothing is going wrong. And the only way that I could wean myself off of the medication was to accept that sometimes I am sad and that sometimes I'm sad for no particular reason. I mean, like if you lose someone or you lose your home or you have some kind of devastating event that happens, of course, you will feel sad. But there are people like myself who can feel sad and nothing is going wrong. And in fact, everything is going right. So the first time I lived in Indonesia, 2008, I made a decision to wean myself off medications and I have never come back. However, I have still been fully into depression. Now, the thing is that I've learned the kinds of things that trigger the depression and um, not to say that I avoid those things, but rather I've started thinking about it in the affirmation, like how do I connect to my happiness? And since I moved to the Paradise Village, this practice has aligned with my understanding of the practice of gratitude in Islam, or shukr. And instead, I noticed the good things. I mean, like I pay attention to them. And the more I notice of them, as they say, the more of them there is to notice. And that's when I understood that you can't pursue happiness. Instead, you just have to surrender. And in your surrender, you have to notice the good things, the things that bring you joy. And for me, these are really, really small things. They're not joyous, celebratory. Of course, I have those too. It's just that for me, happiness is a little more spiritually even. It's not euphoria. It's not the rapture. Those are all good and great, and I like those too. It's just that usually they come and go. So the thing about happiness is that it's sort of like it's always there available to you if you take the time to notice it. So you have to kind of catch yourself being in joy. And for me, I also catch myself smiling more often, say, oh, I love this house. Oh, I love my garden. Oh, I love my village. I love the people in this village. I love going for a walk in the morning and having them smile at me and say hello and be saying hello to them. And so it really taught me to not pursue happiness, but rather to embrace every single millisecond of happiness and joy that just happens to be there. And as such, as I said, they start to increase. So I would say that happiness is not an objective that you can pursue. Happiness is a reality that you have to take the time to notice. And when you notice it, if you also do like, an internal affirmation, a little bit of prayer, kind of a statement of gratitude, if you do that within yourself, it increases your awareness of the moments of joy and peace. That's the other thing about happiness. To me, happiness is very peaceful. So you just feel content and you notice it and it makes you smile and you smile with your eyes and your whole face. So, yeah, happiness. Go for it, but don't pursue it. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, share, help a sister out. Nomad Nana out. See you soon. Bye.